Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Dr. Lee Javla and today I'm going to be talking about my fitness journey and some fitness tips for beginners. So I have been exercising for 10 to 11 years now. I started my fitness journey when I was in my third year of college and that was 2015. That's the time when I got my first ever fitness equipment, which was a yoga mat. It was a purple mat. I saved up money for that and I ordered it from Amazon. And my hostel room wasn't very big, it wasn't very spacious. I remember exercising in that little space that's between the bed and the wall. The reason why I started exercising was because of aesthetic reasons. I wanted to look a certain way. I wanted to lose weight. I had no idea about gaining muscle, about weight training. I just used to do YouTube workouts. It did help me get results. So from 2015 to 2020, I did home workouts, body weight only, and I used to run once or twice a week. I used to go for like a 5k run or like a 3k run. When COVID hit, I remember telling my brother that I guess I want to buy some weights for myself. So I went to a store and I bought two pairs of dumbbells, 2.5 and 5 kgs. It's a very full circle moment for me posting YouTube workouts because that's how I started my fitness journey, and some people are starting their fitness journey through my YouTube videos, which is pretty crazy. So what is life? Anyway, so I started weight training in 2020. When I started gaining a little bit of muscle, especially on my upper body, I got so afraid, like, okay, I am getting a little bit bigger. I mean, I don't want to get big, I want to get thinner. That was the day my mindset shifted a lot. I went online and I started reading about strength training and weight training and gaining muscle, and I remember feeling so empowered after reading that article. You see, the problem with the health and wellness space is that they will always tell you that you need to get thinner, you need to get smaller, you need to lose weight. Well, I am 5'3" and I am 61 kgs. So technically I'm overweight, but this is also the healthiest and the fittest that I have been, and that's because I have less body fat and I have more muscle mass. When I read that how important it is to have muscle in your body, not just for aesthetic reasons, but also for your overall health reasons, your metabolism, how you age, your bone mineral density, so many other things. And once I got stronger with the weights that I had bought, I decided to invest in more dumbbells, and I got a 7.5 kg dumbbell and a 10 kg dumbbell. Slowly and steadily, I also invested in other gym equipments like yoga blocks, resistance bands. So yeah, in 2020, I started doing weighted home workouts, and 2 or 3 years later, I decided to join a gym. I think that was mainly because I felt like, your body and your mind are quite adaptable. Like, for example, when it comes to weight training, if you continue to do a shoulder press with 2.5 kg and your goal is to gain more muscle on your shoulders, you have to lift heavier weights, and this is called progressive overload. What it means that after a certain while, 2.5 kg shoulder press is really not going to work for you if you want to gain muscle, because your body and your muscles have gotten used to it. My body and my mind had gotten used to home workouts, and I am a homebody. I don't like stepping out of the house. I can stay at home for a whole month and I'll be absolutely okay. I have very small social battery and I don't like being around people in general. So one day I realized that maybe it's time to join a gym and work out in a public setting, and that was mainly because I felt like I had gotten too comfortable with home workouts. So in 2022 I decided to join the gym. When I went to the gym, something that I observed was that everyone was obsessed with lifting heavy weights. Like, everyone was so fixated on lifting the heaviest weight, and that I did not really understand. So one would think that, okay, I have 7 years of experience with exercise, so I should not feel overwhelmed and I should not feel conscious and I should be quite confident, but it was the exact opposite. I did not know anything about how to use gym equipments like a leg press machine, like a Smith machine, like squat rack or a deadlift station. I did not know anything about that, and it was very overwhelming for me. So the initial 2 weeks were very challenging for me. because I used to show up and I had no idea what I have to do. So I just used to go in the dumbbell section and I just used to do my dumbbell workouts that I knew, which I'm quite grateful for, because when I entered the gym, it was not like I was a complete noob, and it did really help me, and it still helps me till this date. I like going to the gym, but I am still a hardcore home workout person. You get to work in peace, you save time. We'll talk about this later. So yeah, where were we? Feeling overwhelmed in the gym. There was this thing that I'm just doing something completely stupid and everyone is going to judge me. This was a constant thought for a very long time in the gym, until I started to find my feet and I was like, let it be. If people watch, let them. I'm here to work on myself. I wake up in the morning and I'm here for myself. I don't really care what people think. So in a way, I think not working out at home and going to the gym every single day did really help me build confidence, in the sense, yes, I don't know everything, but I'm here to learn. To be honest, lifting weights every single day, I just did not enjoy it that much. Like, I got so bored. I had a split where I was doing with legs 2 days, which is like glutes and hamstrings on one day, and quads and calves on one day, and then I had 2 to 3 upper body days. I was just not enjoying it. When I was doing home workouts before joining the gym, I used to do strength training like 2 to 3 times a week, and rest of the days it was either yoga or it was mobility or it was core workout. I was doing something interesting like splits or maybe headstand. I had a hit day. I used to go for a run. I used to do some steady state cardio. But in the gym, it was just me lifting weights every single day. So I did that for a year, but in 2023 I discovered calisthenics. I was like, what? There is a term for body weight training, and that's calisthenics. It's basically you being able to lift your own body weight, like pull-ups and push-ups. Like, you don't need any gym equipment for that. But it is not easy, okay? It is not easy. Not just for women. Yes, women have less upper body strength compared to men, but I have seen so many men not being able to do a full push-up, like a full range of motion push-up and a full range of motion pull-ups. These are bodyweight exercises, but these are tough. And when I discovered that, I was like, yes, this is what I'm going to do. So I did calisthenics for 2 days. I did strength training for like 4 days. And then slowly I added a run, and I really enjoyed it. You see, the reason why I'm talking about my fitness journey is because when anybody starts exercising, they're quite lost. So it is very easy to follow something that someone else is doing. Of course, because 1, you have no idea what to do, and 2, you feel overwhelmed, and 3, you really want to do something, so you just copy what someone else is doing. I did strength training for 5 to 6 days, which is quite crazy. Like, I can't think of myself doing that again, right? But I did that because I did not know what else to do in the gym. So when you are starting out, it's quite normal to copy what someone else is doing, but eventually you need to find a rhythm for yourself, and you need to find what really works for you and what you really want to do. For me, if I have to lift weights every single day, yeah, I don't think I would be willing to go to the gym then. But if I know that, okay, I'm lifting weights 3 days a week, I'm doing calisthenics, I'm running, I'm doing steady state cardio, that keeps me going, you know. I need more variety. So here are some tips that I wish someone shared with me when I was starting my fitness journey, because I was a total noob and I was overwhelmed and I was clueless. Number 1 is embrace being a beginner. I remember when I started out, I could not do a proper squat. Bodyweight squat, I could not do it. मैं नहीं कर सकती थी. But here I am. I do weighted squats, I do barbell squats, right? When I started out, I could not hold a handstand even for a single second. Like, I used to fall. I'll insert some videos here. I used to fall a lot. But now it's gotten much better. So embrace being a beginner. Enjoy this process. लंबे time तक नहीं रहेगा. Eventually you will get stronger, you will get fitter, and you will achieve your goal. Number 2 is build some knowledge. देखो, knowledge is power, and knowledge is going to make you feel confident. If you step into a gym, or if you start doing home workouts and you feel like, oh my god, I have no clue what to do, yeah, that's really going to affect your confidence. But let's say if you know some basic things, like if I have to say, name 5 exercises for your upper body and 5 exercises for your lower body. Like, you should know that 5 exercises for upper body: push up, pull up, shoulder press, chest press, and dips. These are just 5 exercises. There are so many more exercises, but if you know the beginner stuff, you're going to feel so much confident. So build some knowledge. Number 3 is start small and try to stay consistent. सबसे बड़ा mental block जो मैंने देखा है लोगों में और खुद में was that I need to spend an hour in the gym. I'm sorry, but I was not that stable. Every single day of the month will get the time to exercise for an hour. For me, there are days when my help is not there or someone in my family is sick and I have to spend extra time doing that, which means that I have to take some time away from doing my stuff, and my stuff is hitting the gym. So what I do is I play a 30-minute workout and I do it at home. If I don't have 30 minutes, I play a 15-minute workout and I do that at home. If I don't feel like working out, like doing an intense workout, I'll just unroll my mat and do a 15-minute stretch or a 5-minute meditation. But I make sure to move every single day. Similarly, when you're starting out, don't put so much stress on yourself that you have to exercise every single day and every workout has to be intense. No, I'm so sorry, but you see results when you recover well. Training is just one part of it, but recovering is a totally different part of it. So you can have as many intense workouts as you want, but if you're not recovering from them, you are not going to see results, whether it's weight loss or it's gaining muscle. Number 4 is do body weight workouts first. Why I'm saying this is because when I joined the gym, I could see so many people who were doing weighted squats wrong. Like their knees were caving in, which is not the right form. When you train with a wrong form, you increase your chances of injury. And when you add weight on top of that, you are increasing your chances of injury. And nobody likes injuries because it takes away all the motivation, all the joy out of life, and nobody wants that, right? So number 5, I don't remember. Never skip your warm-ups and cool downs. Oh my god, this is not a warm-up. You need to do dynamic warm-ups. Your warm-ups are always supposed to be dynamic because you are preparing your body for the movements, and your cool down is always supposed to be static because you are stretching your muscles post-workout, which is quite important. Number 6, is it number 6? Whatever. Listen to your body and don't compare. People in the gym started earlier than you, which means they have more experience than you, which means that they would be a little bit more stronger than you, which means that maybe they can lift weights that you cannot lift quite easily and they can recover easily. So always listen to your bodies. For example, if I'm using a 7.5 kg dumbbell for my shoulder press, does not mean that you have to use a 7.5 kg dumbbell for your shoulder press. Maybe you can use a 2.5 kg dumbbell because that's where you are at in your fitness journey. Number 7, fuel right. Oh my god, I wish मुझे किसी ने ये tip दे दी होती. Eat well, nourish well, fuel well. In my early days, what I used to do was I used to work out like crazy, intense workouts every single day, no rest days, and I used to not fuel well. I used to eat a lot of junk food. I used to skip meals. Don't do that. Now I fuel well, I eat well, and I know that I don't have to shrink my body. I don't care about how my body looks. I care about how my body functions, how I feel in my body. If you're eating a lot of processed food, you are not going to see progress. You cannot outrun a bad diet. You can exercise every single day, but if you're not eating well, आपको results नहीं दिखेंगे. I can guarantee you. So you need to eat well, and at the same time focus on nourishing your body rather than restricting. If you don't eat well, you won't recover well, and if you won't recover well, you are going to lead yourself towards injuries and also eating disorders and also body dysmorphia. Been there, done that. Would not recommend you to do that. Last but not the least, enjoy your workouts. Like I just said in the beginning, if you're not enjoying your workouts, what are you even doing? Your workouts, your exercise should not feel like a punishment. It's not a punishment, it's a celebration. It's a celebration of movement, that you can move your body. There are so many people who are bedridden, छोटे से लेके बड़े लोग, who cannot move their body. You have to incorporate certain things, but your workouts still should feel enjoyable. Please let me know if you would want me to create a video on how to create a workout split for yourself. I hope that you found this video helpful or motivating or insightful. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you on the mat next week.